Hey team, happy Sunday and welcome to another Coach's Corner. This Coach's Corner is very dear to me as today we'll be talking about family with emphasis on blended families. If you know me or if you ever heard my story, then you know that I lost my mother when I was 14 years old. And my dad met my stepmom a couple of years later, and they've been together ever since, and they have been married for going on around 10 years now. Going on 10 years. Their anniversary was last week, actually. Family has always been a vital, pivotal point, part of my life. I'm from a very big family on both sides. My father is from Richmond City, with my mother being from Kingwell County. So yeah, I do have that city country mix, which explains a lot. Family to me helps mold you into the person that you want to be. Um, but growing up in a two-parent household, which I'm, very fortunate to do, and then taking that drastic loss of my mother passing away when I was 14, and then, a couple of years later, maybe 4 years later, my dad getting into a relationship with someone else. Um, it molded me. It made me better in a way, but it took a while to get there. So before we really get into what it is about families and blended families and my own personal point of view, and then at the end you guys can actually hear me and my family discussing questions, and I'm going to apologize in advance for the audio, um, mainly because it's 9 of us, 7, yeah, 9 of us around one mic, and some of us are sitting, some of us are standing, so you can kind of hear. Um, we veer off track a lot, but that's just the realness of my family. I decided not to do a lot of editing um, to the family portion, mainly because it's just giving you guys a glimpse of how we operate. This wasn't scripted. I didn't stop and cut and ask them to repeat. It's basically us going off cuff answering a few questions. Before we get into my part of how I feel about family and being a part of a blended family, I want to let you guys know a couple of things that are going on. First of all, we made it. We made it another month. March was Women's History Month. I got the opportunity to honor some amazing women. I actually made some great connections. So kudos to all women that are out there doing their best, whether you be an entrepreneur, a mom, a stay-at-home mom, student, sister, friend, you know, you are a woman, I am a woman, and I'm with you at 100%. I don't have anything new coming up. Oh, I digress. Cocktails and Conversations, which I spoke about last Sunday, it does have a date. The date is May 18th. The location is to be disclosed only to those who are invited. However, like I stated, it will be loaded live on YouTube. So you will be able to get that link the day of and also see cocktails and conversations. We've also decided on a topic. The topic will be about generational curses. So we will be discussing that. So for the first Sunday in April, we will be talking about basic beliefs. So we will be going into a more spiritual realm on next Sunday as we near Easter Sunday, the resurrection day, if you believe in Jesus Christ. Whoever your higher power is, we will be basically speaking on religion. So that is for next Sunday. Also, the time has changed again, and I do apologize, but my schedule keeps conflicting with my podcast. So I will be uploading podcasts at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, 2 Sundays out of the month, I will be going live, but you won't know unless you are tuned in at 6 p.m. That's all that I have. Um, that's all that I have as far as what's going on with Coach D at the moment. Now, let's get into blended families. My family, I have 6 siblings. And I have Rodriguez, who is the oldest. He's my brother. Then there's me, Destiny. Then there's Vanessa, Rochelle, Olivia, Ava, and then Elisa, who is the youngest at 14 years old. We are vastly different in personalities, and sometimes I'm like, I don't see how my dad or my stepmother kind of deals with us because we are different, but the bottom line is the same. And you will hear my dad say we do truly, genuinely love and care for each other. Um, I'm often asked, like, people have the misconception that when you're in a blended family, especially when that blended family holds adult kids, um, that it can be like hectic or there's a lot of animosity or a lot of drama. I'm not saying that does not exist. I am saying that I have been fortunate enough not to have to experience that. We do have moments in which we disagree. We often get on each other's nerves. We're very different in the way that we think. Um, at times we're very opinionated. So that is, we do bump heads. So it's not perfect. We're not perfect by any means, but we work. We work as a team, work together. With my father being an amazing lead, so I think he makes it possible for all of us to kind of mesh because he's a great leader and he just loves without conditions, and you just follow that. Like, even if we may not, be upset or arguing with each other, he'll pretty much be like, all right, guys, get it together, or, everybody come to the house and let's do something, and we pretty much fall in line. We don't hold grudges. We pretty much understand that things happen. We try to respect each other's differences. Sometimes it looks like that we kind of are clicked off, and I think that's more age than it is anything. But at the heart of it, I have six siblings that I will go toe to toe with Satan for any time of any day. Um, so I do want to take the time to thank my family because I am the dreamer. Like, I like to do things that are outside of the box, like podcasts and um, nonprofit organizations and just random craziness or crazy acts of just being whoever I choose to be at that moment. And they're always down for the ride. They're always there to support me. And I know at times that I could be very difficult as I have dealt with personal issues. And they've always been there at 110% to just love on me and to let me know that I'm doing the right thing. So by them all participating today and making sure that everybody participated, I really, really do appreciate it. So if they are listening to this, which they probably will, I really do thank you guys. Blended families. I think blended families often get a bad rap because people don't take the time to look at the connection. They're like, oh, y'all can't get along. That's not your real mother. That's not your real sister. I was born into a blended family. You will hear my brother said that him and my dad has the longest standing relationship as he was with my father um, at the age of 2. So, I'm 3 years younger than my brother, so I was born into that blended mix. I didn't understand what it was, and growing up, I was just like, that's just my brother. I remember I had to be in the second or maybe third grade, and I was one at my grandmother's house, and I got mad at my brother. My grandma was like, "Why are you mad?" I was like, "He's my step brother," you know. And she said, "We don't do step brothers. We don't do half brothers. We do brothers and sisters." So that kind of stuck with me, and I kept that mentality. I'm fiercely protective of my family. Once I consider you a sibling, then it becomes worse. I'm very overbearing because I know that they have greatness within them and I support them 100%. Um, but I live in a family where we don't believe in step parents or half parents or step siblings or divorce really, even though you can get divorced, you never divorce the family. It's almost like a gang. Once you jumped in, there is no way out. So I do appreciate the way that I was raised as far as the importance of family. So even if I don't speak to my family every day, I pray for them every day. They live with me. I'm able to do great things because I know I have a great support system behind me. So I do appreciate that. If you guys take nothing from this, because like I stated before, the audio is touch and go. You will often see us veer off track. You hear me say, I got ADD, which my family is me and maybe my sister Ava, and our minds wander a lot. So you'll hear us veer off track. You'll hear us talk about things that are just, off topic. But that's my family. So that's what I deal with every single day. And I love it. It makes my day go by. Um, for the most part. What I want to leave you guys with is the importance of forgiving, the importance of letting people in. As far as family goes, nobody is perfect. Nobody's family is perfect. Nobody's relationships with their cousins, mothers, sisters, brothers, fathers is perfect. But you have to learn to let hard feelings go. Past things happen. People grow apart. But your family is, in essence, the, of who you are. Like, you may be like, well, I'm not nothing like my aunt. I have an aunt that today was the first time I probably seen her within a year. And I just looked at her because I love her so much. And I think I've never really expressed how much I love her. But I love her so much. And I'm like, yo, I see so many of my mannerisms in her. Like the way that I approach situations, her strength. Um, all of my aunts amaze me, but her in particular, the things that she's been through, and she's just still standing, and she never really complains or gripes. She just rolls with the punches. So I see a lot of myself in her as far as my tenacity and just my overall bluntness at times. So, even though growing up, you may be like, I'm nothing like this person, or I'm nothing like that person. As I get older, I do see a lot of my aunts, uncles, cousins, grandparents, my mom, and my dad all impact who I am today. And I believe that I'm an amazing person with amazing things ahead of me. So I do want to thank each and every one in my family for contributing to my success. My family has always been there to support my dreams, whether it's been cousins who stepped in to be on dance teams or work with my nonprofit or promote a business. I really, really do appreciate you guys. So we're going to get into a brief song. And then the next thing that you will hear is my family and then the closing outro because you won't hear me again until next Sunday. Again, guys, I do appreciate all of my followers, both old and loyal and new and loyal. I do appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Hey guys, welcome back. This is Coach Destiny, and today's episode of Coach's Corner is all about blended family. So for the next 15 to 20 minutes, you'll be speaking with my blended family as we answer some questions that were sent to me. Before we begin, you guys all know me. I'm Coach Destiny, and I'll give everybody an opportunity to introduce themselves. Hello, Rochelle. This is Ava. Hey, my name is Elisa. This is Olivia. Sylvia's here. That's it. Vanessa's here. And I'm dead. Oh, that is my blended family. So we're gonna just jump right into it to answer some questions. A lot of people ask me, especially at work, about my family because I talk about you guys a lot. So one of the first questions that I got was simply, how does it feel to be in a blended family? Anybody can answer. It feels wrong. It's not a regular family. Yeah, it's like it's not different.
Yeah, just I'm being honest, it was hard at first. Oh